you doing? What's going on, man? What's going on, man? What's up? What's up to everybody pulling up? What's up? What's up, Craig up in here? Craig, the first one up in here. What's up, everybody that's pulling up, man? Do me a favor, drop something in the chat so I can know who pulling up on the lives and who not, cause y'all know we done reduced it down to a saying, small select group on the lives to protect the peace, keep the energy positive in the chats, and keep little Timmy Rogers from coming out. For everybody on the replay who don't know who I am, man, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. I jump on Al Gore's internet every day at 9 in the morning and 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I just talk about the stock market, talk about the price actions, talk about what I see, talk about where I see it possibly going, talk about trades I've taken, answer questions and break down stuff for the cousins, man. And I do it all for the free 99 because that's what I choose to do. If you want to support me, the easiest way you can support me is by clicking that like button and sharing this with a cousin. That helps me continue to help other cousins. You know what I'm saying? You click the like button and you share it with other cousins. That helps me. That's the easiest way you can help me. If you want to help me in a monetary fashion, you go to www.thenewtlr.com and buy some merch. This is the staple merch shirt. This is the one that started it all. I got options. I buy them, I sell them. This is the one that had people to say, hey man, you should sell merch. And the only reason I made that merch site is so people will be able to support me the way they see fit. Shout out to Spider Gang. That's my Spider Gang phone case. Got clothing and accessories. Tell it to the trader, man. Tell it to the trader. Again, the easiest way to do it, the free way to do it is to click the like button and share this with a cousin, man. Help me get the name out there. What's happening, Brittany? What's happening, Rhonda? What up? What up? What up? Let's go ahead and get right into it, man. Oh yeah, if y'all want to see how to get to the site, it's www.thenewtlr.com. Who that is calling me? Thenewtlr.com. That's what the site look like. Pull up, buy some merch. Pull up, buy some merch. That's the way you can support me. People people want me to schedule one-on-ones. People want me to, I'm like, man, I get, let me tell you, before we get into it, before we get into the charts, before we get into all of that right there, let me tell y'all like this, man. I'm an open book, man. This for the people on the live and the people on the replay. I'm an open book. Everything that I know about trading or investing, I have put it on Al Gore's internet. It's out here on YouTube for free. It's out everything I know. That's why I don't do the Tim's Tidbits on Sunday no more, where we doing the kind of teaching type videos, because I'm an open book. Everything that I know how to do, I have shared. It's all, that's why I just get on here every day and talk through the price action, talk through my thoughts, try to share in real time, because the only way to get better as an investor and a trader is by doing it. Once you know how to do it, it's all about muscle memory, just constantly doing it, And so I'm an open book. So I don't see the point of the one-on-ones. Cousins be hitting me up like, man, is some people don't do good at asking questions in the public forum. Some people shy. You know what I'm saying? If you offer one-on-ones that can help a lot of people, I don't want to charge people for this, man. So it's like, this the one-on-ones, this the time. You know what I'm saying? If y'all keep twisting my arms, maybe one day I might start doing one-on-ones, but it won't be about teaching nothing. It'll just be so y'all can just sit down and talk to me just like you talk to me now. I tell everybody at the end of every video, I'll be like, I put the link in the chat if anybody want to pull up and talk and ask questions, whatever. If I start doing one-on-ones and charging for the time that I'm taking away from my family, it's the same thing here. Just pull up for free. Just pull up for free, right? What you say? 100 say I'm a charge. Hey man, hey, let's get into it, man. If y'all want one-on-ones, man, y'all just blow my DMs up, be like, we want one-on-ones, and I just start doing one-on-ones so you can pay me just for the same stuff we do for free right here on Al Gore's internet. Let's look at this price action today, man. For anybody who didn't pull up this morning, and anybody who didn't tap into my stories, uh, the market shot to the buy side immediately. Soon as we got off the live right here, this green candle right here, that 945 candle, soon as we got off the live, it took off and took out the buy side that we had marked out was right here at these highs here at the London high. It was the London high. That was the buy side that we had marked out. And we had another high from like I think it was the 17th, either the 15th or the 17th high. It was another daily high we had marked right here. I can't really remember exactly which one it was, but it took off immediately and took out the buy side. I sent out I know I apologize in the group chat. I know I put out a thing saying, you know, this is a group chat. We don't want to be blowing everybody up. But so I be trying not to put stuff in there, but like when something pop up, I might just throw it in there real quick just so I can kind of share it, you know what I'm saying, with people. But I was like, you know, if y'all want to hit me up or if y'all want to respond to me, just do it straight to me so that we ain't blowing up the whole group. Like everybody notifications ain't just going off all the time. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, if y'all want to blow it up, blow it up. I just was trying to be courteous to people who don't like getting a bunch of notifications. But we immediately ran the buy side and then sold off. If let me for anybody who did see my story and don't understand what I was talking about with the trade that I got left on and I got mad, and so I stepped away. I say I'm walking away for the rest of the day. So here we are. We took off. We took out the buy side on the 15-minute. Once we took out the buy side, we went up and then we wicked off of it really hard, right? And remember what I was saying, like on my with the way I'm trading my futures now, like since I've started back, I've started back and I'm trading the MES, and I said one of my rules is I have to see it starting to set up on the 15-minute before I start looking lower to try to get a possible entry. So on the 15-minute, we ran the buy side liquidity, you know what I'm saying, above the London open, and it was above another high over there. I can't remember exactly which high it was. No, I don't even have a picture. Anyway, it ran the high, right? And so it wicked off of it. Once I saw it run the buy side liquidity and wick off of it like that, I was like, okay, it's starting to set up to go back to the sip. What was that? It's starting to set up to go back down and you know what I'm saying, do some gap work, do something, right? So then let's drop down lower. I think I might have dropped all the way down to 1 minute, but let's drop down to 5 minute real quick, right? So here we go. On the 5 minute, you see how we went up right there. We dropped down. Let me go to the 1 minute. I think I dropped down to the 5 minute first, but let me check it on the 1 minute because I don't want to lie to y'all. Let me see where I marked this 1 minute candle at. I can let you know if I went to the 5 minute first. Okay. Boom, right there. I marked this right here. Okay, so boom. Yeah, I checked between both. That's what it was. I looked between the 1 and the 5 minute. That's what I did. Because I remember this right here, this area here, this consolidation here, this little itty bitty swing low right there is the one that I was watching for this fair value gap right there. Right? And so this is the 5 minute swing low in combination with a 1 minute swing low. So when we got this breaking structure right here, right? Let me put a line on this real quick so I can show the people who their eyes ain't really good at like keeping it all together, jumping from from time frame to time frame. Right? So I'm just gonna put that line right there just so we can keep our bearings when we jump back up. So boom, I jump back up to 5 minute just to show what I'm talking about. See, that's the 5 minute swing low right there. That's the 5 minute breaking structure right there. Boom. So we got a breaking structure on the 1 minute and the 5 minute because we got this swing low here. We had the break and structure. We started setting up on the 15-minute when we ran the liquidity and wick down, right? We ran the liquidity on the 15-minute, wicked off of it, right? Got the break and structure on the 5-minute and the 1-minute right here, right? That blue line is the break and structure. Now, this candle here trading back up into it, right? So if I was waiting for it to set up on the 5-minute, right, as far as my entry candle, I would have not gotten an entry candle anywhere around here, right? What, Tim? Why do you say that? I'm glad you asked that question, little Tim Rogers, because the way that I trade my breaking structure or my fair value gaps, I needed to trade away from the breaking structure and then come back to it, and I enter there. So on this 5-minute right here, you have the drop, the structure break, right? There's no fair value gap. It opens up here, right? It opens up here and goes up. You know what I'm saying? It didn't continue because so we broke structure, came back to where we broke, opened here and went up, right? And it don't have a fair value gap or anything on the 5-minute. So you haven't traded below the structure break yet on the 5-minute. So if I was looking at it on the 5-minute, I wouldn't have had an entry yet. But since I saw the structure break on, it's like I was fully convicted on this one because I had the setup on 15, the structure break on the 1 and the 5. So when I got the structure break on the 1 and the 5, and I saw this big wick right here on the 5, after we broke that structure, let me drop down to the 1 and see what's setting up, because during them 5-minute candles, a whole lot be happening on the 1. Boom. So you come over here to the 1-minute. Now look up. Come on, man. Hate when it do that. Hate when it does that. Hold on, man. There you go. So coming over here, let me do it like this. So coming over here on the 1-minute, right? Right? This the breaking structure. See, we come down, we broke the structure there, right? So on the 1-minute right here, it opened up down here below the break, traded up, opened up again, went down below the break, then started coming back up. That's why I was targeting this fair value gap right here, because there's a small swing low right there, right? I ain't gonna hold you. I never paid attention to this fair value gap right here because I didn't even notice it until after it didn't come get me. So I set my entry right here at this fair value, the bottom of this fair value gap, right at this swing low right here. That's the, because we got 1, 2 breaks and structures here, right? If I would have placed it on this swing low, I would have been good. Let me see, 41, 48, 7. Yep, that's within my risk tolerance for this account. That's 7 points to the top. So it would have been like 7, and I put it like maybe a point above the top. So that would have been 8 points. That's within the risk tolerance of this account. So I could have taken it off of the bottom of this gap, but I really didn't see it. I didn't see that fair value gap. So when I had my entry set here, it was set there on this, the bottom of this fair value gap, because it was right at that little tiny swing low right there. So that's a structure break to the downside. This is a structure break to the downside. And if you notice, we came deep back up past this structure break here. That's another reason why I was focusing on this one, because I'm like, we pushed up so far past this breaking structure, we got to be coming back to reconcile this one. That was what was going on in my head. Never paid attention that there's a fair value gap here, and then that was like real close to getting back to like where the 5-minute, but this was the fair value gap it was going to, because no fair value gap was set up on the 5-minute, and once it slid down there, never looked back. It was another entry right here, but I hadn't walked away then. I was so ticked off. I was so ticked off. I had to walk the way there. Because that thing came down. It dropped and it fell for the rest of the day. Look at that. Beautiful. Rest of the day. And it was like, I wish I still had the chart set up. It fell for the rest of the day. It went all the way down to the 4 hours, The 4-hour fair value gaps I was talking about, these two here. The top one, it was from 38.85 all the way down to 38.30, somewhere around there. Those two 4-hour fair value gaps that I was talking about, I was like, it can take days or hours to set up. It went through them immediately. If anybody on the replay think I'm swelling, go back. Well, my stories ain't gonna be there. My stories ain't gonna be there. Just in case. We're gonna do this right here. Is it raining? Is it raining? We're gonna do this right here just in case somebody on the replay think we swelling. Shout out to homie 100. What you said was coming, 100? I can't remember. 100 said something was coming. I can't remember what he said was coming. But anyway, man, it just made me feel good when all the cousins be like on one accord as far as like what everybody's seeing. Share, screen, Chrome tab, Instagram, share, add. When all the cousins be on one accord, boom. How do I get my stories? Okay, there we go.
Hard work, plus patience. Some more of my sacrifice. I'm done waiting. Told you that I wasn't playing.
I ain't gonna keep that on the long.
I was waiting at the breaking structure.
That's the what's name right there when I was talking about how I missed it.
1 minute fair value.
This for anybody who be thinking we be swelling. Y'all can see the lines we had marked off.
Fair value gap right here.
You see the liquidity on the bottom,
the breaking structure,
liquidity on the top. That's the stuff we be having marked off in the morning time. Liquidity on the, it ran all the way down. That was just the liquidity we had marked that we had talked about coming down to the New York Open. All of that.
Trying to keep the balance.
Breaking structure on the 4 hours. Listen to me. So I'm keeping an eye on that for the 4 hour time frame. If we want to come back and revisit that breaking structure and see if that breaking structure is not there. You know what I'm saying? It's not there. That's this morning.
Hustle the overweight.
Boom, right there. Look it out. Check it out. Hope it don't get me for all this music that we putting in here. See there? Nothing. Then in the afternoon, look at the calendars. Those the 4 hour fair value gaps right there that we had marked out. See on this one here, nothing's marked out. Can I make this bigger? Oh, it won't let me blow it up. Anyway, nothing's marked out on here. No candles coming down, but over here, look at the candles. Look at the candles ain't even went up yet. They haven't gone up. That's that peak. That's that peak. That's that peak. That's that peak. Oh, that peak don't exist over here. Oh, that low don't exist over here. Just saying for anybody that say that, you know what I'm saying, we weren't talking about it this morning. That's why I got hindsight with a question mark. This stuff works, believe me. Just want to share that for anybody who on the replay and think we be selling. I mean, we be swelling. Yeah. I think that's all we had on that. Let's go to Spylean. Let's pull up Spylean real quick and see where we closed at, and then I'll get into the chat. That was the price action. Pretty much that was today's price action. We ran buy side liquidity and then slid all the way down and came back to this 4 hour breaking structure over here. What in the world was that? What are you doing? Are you popping the things in the house, son? No, sir. I was going to throw one of them away because one had fallen out. Okay, son. Sorry. We at the 4 hour breaking structure right there. So that's where we at now. We got GDP tomorrow. We got Powell speaking tomorrow. Matter of fact, what time? Let's look and see what time Powell speaking before we go to Spylean. Powell speaking at what? 9 o'clock? 10 o'clock? What time Powell speaking? He's speaking early. 9 o'clock? 9 o'clock. Powell speaking at 9 o'clock. GDP is at 8:30. And then we got petroleum status at 10:30. Right? We got a couple. This is the main market mover everybody waiting on right here. The GDP and then Powell speaking. GDP, what is expected? Let's look at the expectations of GDP. Then we're going to look at Spylean. Right? The expectation for GDP, the consensus is negative 1.1%. 4%. They got a tight shot group. They ain't giving a whole lot of room. They got it going from negative 1.3 to the previous negative 1.5. It's a real tight shot group. They ain't giving up nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they ain't giving up nothing. The third estimate for first quarter GDP at minus 1.4% is expected to show little change from the second estimate of minus 1.5%. Personal consumption expenditures are expected to be unrevised at a 3.1% growth rate, right? So they ain't giving up nothing. You see this right here? 2.9 to 3.1. They got this at the higher end. The personal consumption expenditure, they got that at the higher end of the range. And then the quarter over quarter, they got it right in the middle, but it's a real tight range. And again, for anybody who don't understand how to use God dog it, y'all can't see my screen, man. I've been doing all that talking and y'all ain't even see my screen. Hey, but anyway, for anybody, y'all heard what I said, man. It's right here on the screen. And for anybody who don't know how to use the economic calendar, man, you just go to econoday.com, and when you click on the thing, you can see the definition of what the GDP is. You can read the definition. I'll leave that for a second for somebody to pause the screen and read it if they don't feel like going to look it up. And if you click on why investors care right down here, it'll switch the page and show you why investors care about the GDP. I can't fit all of that in the screen. Yeah, I can. There you go. No, I can't. Let me shrink it down just a little bit. Right there, why investors care. Put that in the screen. You can pause that and read that, why investors care about the GDP. But you come to econoday.com, and then you go to the whatever day you want and click on consensus by whatever piece of news that you want to look at. And then after the news is gone, if you come back, it'll say report. And then you just go back and you can click on report, and you can see what you see. When it say consensus, it show you what they expecting. And once it say report, it's the same thing, but it shows you the actual numbers. The actual numbers. All right, got that out the way. Let's go holler at Spylene. Spylene, how you doing, baby? Y'all know I got to sing to Spylene, right? Let's look at where we at on Spylene, man. This volume was mad low all day long. This little volume boost right here, that all came like at the end, like the last hour of the day. Because at 2 o'clock, this volume was at 54, it was 3 o'clock. This volume was at 54.5 million, right? Because it was below this one. This one is 65.99 million, 65.993 million. And this right here was lower, and it was at 54.5 million. It was like down here somewhere where the little finger is, and then by the end of the day, it had them pushed up. So all of that extra volume, that came in like at the end of the day. It was mad low volume all day long. So looking at where we at on Spylene, right? Right now on Spylene, we slap dab in the middle of the road, right? And this is why I say we slap dab in the middle of the road, right? Peep what we've done. We came and we fell off a cliff, right? With a structure break right here. Right, let me put a line up there so we can see the structure break. Structure break right here where we close. Notice that, see that line can y'all see that line? Y'all can't see that line. Boom. See that bottom dotted line, that red line? That's the close, right? That's the close at 380.65. It's slap dab at the structure break. Right at the structure break, right? The structure break is 380.54. We closed at 380.65, right? When we fell off the cliff and broke structure to the downside, right? So now, we came back, right, to that structure break on a daily. We dipped into it, wicked off it, closed below it, and we sold off, right? We went up into the structure break, closed below it, then sold off. Now, we have come back up and we closed above that breaking structure, creating a new breaking structure right here, right? We created a breaking structure to the top side. So we're going the top breaking structure, we're going to make that green since it's going up. And the bottom breaking structure, we're going to make that red since it was going down. Right? Boom. Right? So we came up, made a new breaking structure to the upside. Right? But as we went up, where do we go? We went and filled a fair value gap right here above the 20-day moving average. We went and filled the fair value gap there. Yesterday, we just kind of dilly-dallied, did nothing. Right? Today, right, we gapped down, wicked up a little over 50% past this candle right here. Let's see what the 50% range of this full candle is right here. The full trading range of that candle. 50%, like right at, we close to 50%, got close to 50%. We look at the body of the candle, boom, we right at 50% of the body of the candle where we got up to, right? Let me get me a, let's get a ray. We don't get a ray. Go right here to, I got to turn my snap off. Go right here to that 50%. Right there, boom, 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 bam. Boom, boom, back. Right? We got right to 50% of the body range of, wait a minute, that look kind of weird to me. Let me make sure that's 50% of that body. Mark that right. That don't look right to me. There you go. Oh, that look funny. Boom. There you go. That's 50%. I know, I'm like, my eyes better than that, man. So 392. 392.30. That says 392.30. Boom, right there. 392.30. That's 50% of that candle. Right? So boom. We went up to 50% of this candle right here. And then we wicked off of it and pushed back down and closed below the up break structure, but we closed above the down breaking structure, pretty much right in line with it. So that's why I say we right slap dab in the middle of the road, right? Don't nobody got a clear indication of which way the market want to go right now, because we have a setup for the bears, because we got a structure break to the downside, traded back up into a fair value gap, fulfilled the fair value gap, went 50% of this down close candle right here, right? 50% of this down close candle right here, and then wicked off of it and sold down, right? So for the bears, that's speeding to the downside. You see what I'm saying? That's speeding to the downside. But for the bulls, we came up, we got a breaking structure right here, right? Came up, came down into a fair value gap right here, right? Because we broke structure. We broke structure, right? This, if you look at this right here, this is the fair value gap to the upside. When we came up here at the breaking structure, we traded back down into this fair value gap between these candles here to the upside, and then we closed right at this support. You know what I'm saying? It used to be resistance, broke through it, closed at this support, right? So now the bulls got a case of, hey, we just came down to get more liquidity out of this big old fair value gap right here to push up. So that's why I say we in the middle of the road. Nobody has a clear indication of which way it want to go. There is a perfect setup on the daily chart for both arguments. So everybody's waiting with bated breath for 9 o'clock tomorrow. Well, 8:30 tomorrow, GDP, and then 9 o'clock when Powell talk. That's what everybody waiting on, right? That's what I got for Spalene. Just want to share my thoughts on it. I try to share the mind of little Timmy Rogers. For anybody who need a visual representation of what that looked like, I like to share with you the mind of little Timmy Rogers. If I can find the picture. If I can't find the picture, I'm not gonna share it with you. There it is. That's the mind of little Timmy Rogers right there. Let me go to the chat, man, and see what y'all talk about, man. While I'm heading over to the chat, I'm gonna put the link in the if anybody want to pull up. The link is now in the chat. The link is now in the chat. Click on that link if you want to pull up and share anything. Click on that link if you want to pull up and ask a question. Click on that link if yeah, that. What's up, Trinisha? What's up, Delvin? 100, Brittany. Here to learn and share. Here to learn and share. Hold on. Y'all give me a minute. Y'all give me hold on for a minute. Hold on, I'll be right back. Sorry about that, y'all. I lost my train of thought. I was shouting at everybody. I here to learn and share. Carl, what's up, Carl? Let's go. I missed the entry. You missed the entry. I missed the entry too. Don't feel bad. Yep. Don't feel bad. I feel the same way. Did just what I thought it would do, but I wasn't expecting to hit those gaps. I wasn't expecting to go that far down either. I ain't even had I had the liquidity well above that marked out. I said my target was what was like 38 something. I was like my target to the downside was like 38 something, and I was like I got these 4-hour fair value gaps down here. I'm keeping my eye on it to see if we want to go down. Go back and look at the video from this morning. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't think we was going that far down. I was just looking at them. 3 ticks. What you say? My cash app is my cash app. Hey man, I tell you about people. Hey, if people wanna pay me just to talk to me, man, I ain't gonna hold you. You can pay me to talk to me, but I'm telling you, everything I know about the stock market, I'm giving it out for free. If y'all just want a book of one-on-one me just to talk to me because you feel like you might be able to get something out of it, if you blow me up enough, I might start doing it. But I'm telling you, man, I'm giving it all to you for free here. The link in the chat right now. We can have we done had a full one-on-one on here before. Somebody pulled up and we did a full one-on-one on air. What's up? What's up, Red? That 1 minute entry fire. Yeah, the 1 minute. If you can catch the entry on the 1 minute based off of the higher time frame, and you just getting the entry on the 1 minute, man, your risk to reward be amazing. It's like you might risk 5-6 points for like 80 points. You know what I'm saying? The risk to reward be stupid if you can catch that 1 minute entry. What's up, Stacks? What's good with you? I caught that entry perfect. Just sold too early. Hey, it ain't no such thing as sold too early. As long as you hit your target, you didn't sell too early. You can't. Hindsight 2020. Everybody can be like, man, I should have held longer. No, you had your plan. As long as you stuck to your plan. That drop kept dropping for real. Red say did a sim future trade. Took it from 39.40 to 39.14. That's what's up. Hate I sold it. That's what's up. Even though because you got to treat paper money like real money. If you treat paper money like it don't mean nothing, you ain't gonna be ready to go live, man. Yep, might as well. Since you're down here, that's what I be saying, man. Stop playing. Let's go on and get it over with. Let's just go. That's what I be saying, Brittany. I be like, let's go on and get it over with, man. What's up, Lil Hulk? Yep, it was perfect for FOMC. It's red. They got it set perfect for if the news bad, they can slide it. If it's good, they can rip it. You know what I'm saying? They got it set up on both sides. You know what I'm saying? They got it set up on both sides. So it's all about waiting. Let's say you could have passed that combine today. You could have passed that combine. Oh no, I ain't breaking out the belt. I ain't breaking out the belt. I just when I be hearing noise, I'm like, hold on, what's that, man? What's going on? You like Jared said I like the upside for tomorrow. I mean, before today, I ain't gonna hold you. Before the way we sold off today, I was all about completely ripping the mark. I wanted a little down today. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Like all I wanted to do today, let me share my screen again, right? On the SPY, all I wanted to do today on the SPY was come down at least below, let me move this right here. And I'll just put another one. Come down at least below, my snap ain't on. At least below there. You know what I'm saying? I want to come at least below there to make a new weekly low and then push back up. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to come down, you know what I'm saying, make a new weekly low and then push back up. You see, but right now, what it's got it set up is kind of set up where we made a new weekly high on Tuesday. You see what I'm saying? I don't like seeing when we make a new weekly high on Tuesday and sell off because a lot of times from my back test and stuff I learned from ICT, when we make a new weekly high on Tuesday and sell off like that, we be setting up for a bearish week. You know what I'm saying? It ain't all the time, but sometimes we do. But a lot of times we do. But we done made a new weekly low also. You see what I'm saying? Because we took out the high, we took out Monday's high, and we took out Monday's low. We took out Friday's low too. You see what I'm saying? But it's like we done made a new high and a new low. So we setting up to go either way. We in the middle of the road, man. We're in the middle of the road. They playing with us right now. Thought I heard my wife's voice out there. Like she at work. Sorry about that, y'all. GDP, yep. That's going everybody waiting on GDP. What Kev talking about? What's in the garden? The graphics. Is that our Obama phone? Man, get off my line, Kev. That's what's up, man. That's 10x right there. That's a 10x trade. Y'all clap it up for Jared, man. Y'all clap it up for Jared. 10x trade right there, man. $100 to make 1,000. That's a 10x trade, man. Hey, I don't see nobody pulling up. I don't see nobody asking no more questions, man. We gonna go ahead and call it. If you're in Columbus, Georgia, this Saturday, y'all pull up to 3000 Macon Road at the Columbus Public Library. I'm gonna be doing part 2 of Discipline Over Dollars. Part 2 we gonna be talking about man, I'm losing my train of thought. What my let me look at my slides real quick. Discipline Over Dollars part 2. We're gonna be talking about what are we talking about? How much? There it go, right there. We're gonna be talking about like finding your number. You know what I'm saying? Finding your number, stuff like that. Finding your number, figuring out what your number is. You know what I'm saying? Going for different stuff. Like when I say find your number, meaning find your retirement number. Oh, shout out my financial advisor, Dustin, man. If y'all want to know what y'all number is, if you go to ssa.gov and like log in, register as yourself, it'll tell you your exact number based off of the money you done put in and like what you doing. If you keep it up until the day you retire, it'll show you exactly how much you should expect to be getting at age 67, at age 62, at age 70. It tell you exactly how much, you know what I'm saying, you should be expecting to get. And like with this is mine, I actually did, and up until the day I retired at April 20th, they was like, you had to made like 30-something thousand dollars on April 20th of 2021. You had made like 30-something thousand dollars. I retired on April 30th, and it was like based on what you done put in, your future annual salary gonna be $30,000, right? And based on $30,000 at the age of 60, 70, like I'm gonna be getting 1944 a month for Social Security. If I delay it to 70, I be getting 2410 per month for Social Security. So you can find your exact number that you're gonna be getting for Social Security. So when you go over to like FINRA.org, and then it asks you what is the annual income you expect to receive from other sources, you can put that exact number in right there. And you see I put in that 1944, right? It you know what I'm saying, it lets you go through it, and it lets you know what number you need to be shooting for like retirement. You know what I'm saying? Like what number you need. It'll tell you how much you need to save. Whatever you do on this right here, just say you already got 50,000 in your retirement. You already got it saved up, 50,000 between your retirement, your 401, whatever, right? And it say how much money you want to be living off of annually. I just left it at 50,000. I put 50,000 there. I left it at $50,000 there, right? It said I put in the real number from what's the name. Then I put in my current age, 49, retirement age. I just left it on 67. I think that was the default. And then the inflation rate, I put it at 4.5. Current tax rate, I put it at 12%. Retirement tax rate, I put it at 15%. And then the annual return, I put it at 7%. And I did it for like a Roth, right? And once I did all of that right there, and then it told me I need to save $29,611.65 the first year, and then increase it by that inflation rate, that 4.5 every year. And then if I keep doing that, you know what I'm saying, up into retirement, then it'll be, I have $1,653,000. I have $1,653,671, right? Based on that, right? That'll be the total worth of my account. But FINRA.org, that's on FINRA. But I'll be talking about all that at Discipline Over Dollars Part 2, like how to, you know what I'm saying, which different accounts to use and all that right there. That's what we're gonna be talking about this Saturday. It's like an extension of what we talked about the other day. But yeah, shout out Dustin, man. Dustin put me up on that stuff. Matter of fact, when he was on my page, he talked about FINRA.org. He showed FINRA.org when he came. Pull up to that interview. I mean that Tidbit takeover when Dustin was on there, and he talked about this FINRA.org on there. Y'all go check that out. He put me up on that game. But yeah, man, that's all I got. If y'all in Columbus, Georgia, or in the area, y'all pull up on your boy, man. It's this Saturday at 11 o'clock. At the Columbus, Georgia, at the Columbus Public Library. Oh, and I'm also starting a Discipline Over Dollars for the youth and their parents this Thursday night at 5:30. So Thursday, we either not gonna do a price action recap or we gonna do it later. I'll put up a poll to see if y'all want to just skip it on Thursday or just do it later on Thursday. From now on, every Thursday from now until the kids go back to school, we're gonna be doing Discipline Over Dollars at 5:30. So we either gonna do the price action recap later or we just gonna skip Thursdays, man. I appreciate y'all. Oh, wait a minute, somebody said something. If you do this, what's that? If you do this, you would get what did I miss? Ginkgo. What is ginkgo? What in the world are you talking about, Kel? What are you talking about, Kel? You put it in what's his name with man, get off my live, man. I don't know what you talking about, man. I'll see y'all in the morning. What's up, Mark? I see Mark done pulled up. I see y'all in the morning at 9 o'clock for the overnight price action. Do me a favor, hit the like button. If you done stayed around this long, hit the like button. Do me a favor, share it with a cousin. That's the easiest way you can support me. Share it with a cousin so we can help get this information out to as many cousins as we can. Like I told y'all, man, y'all stop bugging me by doing one-on-ones, man. I'm giving you everything right here for free. If I start doing one-on-ones, in charging people, I'm gonna be charging you for the stuff, the same thing I'm giving out for free. I understand a lot of people want to talk to people one-on-one. They can absorb it better one-on-one, but I'm retired, man. I'm retired. I'm retired. I'm retired. I'm retired. Anyway, I see y'all in the morning at 9 o'clock, man. I appreciate y'all. Gone.